Okay. Hi guys, how are ya?
Good. How are you?
I'm
Good.
good. I'm good. So in your um, perusal of Artisan over the last what 8, 10, 10, 11 weeks, do you have questions that have not been answered, or that you'd like to look at for more clarification or something?
I am good. I have been going through the user guide and reading some of that stuff, so picking up pointers there.
Okay. Okay. And I know, Barb, you've been using Artisan for a while, so maybe you're okay.
I'm
Um,
okay. I go out to Pixels to Pages or to the Facebook
mhm.
group, and I
Yep.
get most of my answers.
Okay. Good. Good. Okay. Well, in I don't have the user guide put up here with me, but in the user guide, Dave, they have some practice bright ideas.
Okay.
And I don't know if you want to go over a couple of bright ideas to see how it all works.
That would be
Or,
great.
okay. Um, let's see. Let me see if I can pull up exit full screen. Let me see if I can pull up the book here just so that I can see what we're doing. What am I doing? What am I looking for? Here we go.
User guide at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah. Okay. Let me. They also have these little classes. If you go to the Pixels to Pages, um,
Hmm.
um, hold on a second. Let me find you guys again. Here you are. Okay, so if I share my page, um, okay, so on the Pixels to Pages site, they have these um, things called Maximize Your Membership. And so it gives you an opportunity to see, to go through those. There are several of them. Come on. Oh, come on. Okay, so there are several of them, and they talk about a lot of the same kinds of things that you get in the handbook,
Okay.
but it talks about um, maximizing your membership with crops and virtual parties, which there will be another one the middle of July, another um, crop. They talk about maximizing your membership with blueprints and bright ideas and videos and tips. Um, and I guess they've got a couple more that they're working on with using the community, which are the Facebook pages, and using um, the website, the P2P website, talking about Pixels to Pages digital art, which is different from a lot of the other designers, because when Pixels to Pages does art, they're they have a theme, but they don't do a lot of um, the little pretty things, the little things that you can add, the embellishments that you can add. They do things like how to build a blueprint or how to build a page, and so there is um, a different attack point for them rather than just giving you a whole bunch of papers and embellishments and things around a certain theme, like the other um,
Okay.
designers do. And then they have at least a couple of times a month they have P2P lives and P2P experiences. So P2P live is where you pay your your fee and you can attend virtually another crop. But then that crop has one or two of the pixies who teach a little bit during that time. So it's a slightly different crop idea than the four that they do around the year.
Okay.
And then the P2P experiences are new. They've been around a couple of years now, and it involves you paying to go with a group of people who are P2P members, and you go to a different country. So they just finished Greece. Beth went to Paris. They had one in Iceland. So they have a whole bunch of these that they've scheduled for the next couple, 3, 4 years now.
Okay.
So if you want to go someplace and take pictures and do some of those experiences, that's a really cool way of doing things. I have not done that yet. It's kind of on my bucket list, but I think it would be a great idea. And I have done a few of the P2P lives. I've driven to different states to go to a couple of P2P lives before we had all of the virtual stuff going on.
Right.
So anyway, those are the topics that they have for maximizing your membership. So
Okay.
if you want a little more information about a certain area, check out these things.
Okay.
Um, Let me see if I can find the Getting Started guide. Well, there it is. Okay.
Do you know, Lindsay, is there a way to print this off?
Yes, you can. Um, but I don't see just the whole book. I just see pieces of it.
Yeah.
Oh, there it
Oh,
is.
I
Okay, Getting
downloaded it
Started
so long
guide.
ago.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's see. Okay, Getting Started guide. All right, read more. There is a way to print it, but this doesn't look like it's the one that you print.
Okay.
Hmm.
I can always go into
Um,
the chat too and do
Pardon?
it. I can go to their chat. I think they have a chat on there.
So yeah. So if you're going through this, let me make it full screen here. If you're going through this, um, we've talked about all of these things as we've gone along.
Mm-hmm.
And looking at these various videos could be helpful for everybody. Um, but then when we get up here, all right, I'm looking for the items that we want to work on. Okay, so they talk about um, starting with a blank page, and so that's definitely something that you can do is start with a blank page. A lot of
Hmm.
times that's the way I end up doing my
Me too.
pages. Um,
That's where I'm gonna start.
but you know, it can be daunting to just sit there and go, okay, I've got all these photos. How am I going to make it interesting? How am I going to um, make it look good? And so
Mhm.
it's a nice starting with a blueprint or starting with an idea
Mhm.
is a good way to build your confidence, so to speak, so that you don't have to be thinking about everything all at once. So
Right.
if we start with this one, the mosaic magic, you guys can all see that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. So if we start with that, it goes through each step. And this is going to make it hard for me because I can't see. Because I won't be able to share two screens at the same time. Um, so what they're doing with this one is they're giving you an opportunity to practice with the filters. And
Okay.
mosaic magic is the or mosaic filter, surface filter is going to be what they're going to use. And so they go through and they tell you everything that you need to do this.
Isn't
So
that what you kind of did, I think, last month when you were playing with that photo and using
yeah,
different backgrounds?
yeah, yeah, a little bit about that. Yeah. So do you guys want to try to do a bright idea with me?
Shh.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay, you guys might have to help. Okay, because I won't be able to. I don't think so. Now you can't see this, right? Or can you see this?
We can still
No.
see the tutorial.
Still see the tutorial. Okay. All right. I have to figure out a way that I can see the tutorial and see the screen at the same time. All right, so I'm going to stop my share. I'm going to go to a new page and and okay. And now I need to find Artisan again so that I can share with you guys. Okay.
If you had two monitors, you could probably do it, but none of us have two monitors.
Well, yeah, and I didn't bring two monitors with me for this trip, so
No, because you can only go
sometimes
up
I,
so much. You
pardon?
can
Yes,
only take so much.
that's right. That's right. Okay. So let's see if we can do this. See if I can get to where we're sharing a screen again. Share. Okay. So you can
There we
see
go.
both things now, right?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. I'm good.
You are good.
Okay. So this one is Mosaic Magic, and it tells you the first thing to do is add an empty photo holder to the page. So you're going to come up here to the insert button or insert ribbon, and you're going to add, I'm going to have to pull it back every single time. You're going to add an empty frame. Now, where is it? Okay. So we're going to do that, and we're going to make it the entire width of the page and half of the height. If using a portrait or, okay, all right. So we're going to start with half of the page, make it the full width and half of the height. Okay. Then it says add a photo to the photo holder. Well, then that means we have to have a photo. So let's just add this photo. So I can do that a couple of different ways. I can add the photo like I just did. I clicked and dragged it. Or I can do the drop down and I can add the photo into the selected frame. So there's two ways of being able to do that.
And you're just taking those from your gallery?
Yeah, they're old ones that I've already scrapped. And
Okay.
um, so I leave pretty much everything in here until I'm done with the book or whatever I'm working on. So I just pulled a picture that we did from when we were in St. Augustine. And all right, so now we're going to apply the mosaic filter to the photo. So it tells you right here exactly where to go. It says go to your filter ribbon, and then it says surface mosaic tiles 4. So surface mosaic tiles 4. And adjust the tile size, regularity, and border thickness to your liking by dragging the sliders in the operations panel. Choose the border color and click preview to see how the settings look on the page. And when you're happy, click OK. Okay, so over here is where my preview is. So if I move you guys a little bit, I can do the tile size, I can do the regularity, which is going to make them either more square or less square. And then the border thickness. And I can change the color of the border thickness. So let's make it something that we can see. So let's do green. All right, so I'm going to preview it to see what it looks like. Well, that doesn't look very good. All right, so we're going to change it a little bit. Maybe we'll make the tiles bigger. And maybe we'll leave the border thickness the same. See what that looks like. Well, it doesn't look like I'd like
looks
it
out of
looking.
focus.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's what the tile is going to do, I think. So
I just did it on a picture of my grandkids, and it kind of looks like the artwork with the little tiles that you get in Italy,
yeah,
ceramic
Mhm.
tile thing. But
yeah,
it's lighter. Yours is more one color. I mean, this
that made it a little worse, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
yeah, looks
Okay.
like it's pixelated.
Yeah.
Looks kind of scrambled.
Yes.
Huh.
Totally scrambled. Right. All right. Well, let's try this. I mean, it's not, I don't think that it's meant to give you the exact picture, obviously, because it's going to be cutting it up into little pieces,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mhm.
we're going to be putting them back in somewhat of an order. So it's not going to be a perfect picture unless maybe we take it down to something like this. But that makes it really tiny.
Yeah.
And that's what, and having green as my color.
Right. I think if you went maybe with a light gray.
All right. Preview.
Oh, that's
That look
better.
Yeah.
So you get a little bit more of the picture that way. I
At
was
least
hoping that the green would allow you to see the edges of the tiles, but since they're so
Mhm.
little, It doesn't really give you that very much. Okay, so this is having tile size 16, no regularity, and the border thickness of 1. And that's what it looks like. So
Oh, I made
then,
my tile size 25.
made yours 25.
Yeah, that
All
maybe
right.
that's why it looks more like mosaic art.
Did you leave the regularity at 0?
Oh, it's at 1 and the border's thickness is at 2. I don't know why. I think they moved on their own because I'm pretty sure I only changed the tile size.
Okay. All right. Well, let's try that. See what happens. So this is the fun part. Well, that didn't help my picture any.
Well,
No.
but the tiles look more
They look more
like
tiles.
tiles.
Yeah, they
And
look
I
Yeah.
more like
think
tiles.
that border thickness means the space between each one.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah. So if I bring it down to 1,
then it looks like pixels.
Yeah.
so, but I didn't change the tile size. So let's see. I wonder what 3 does for the border thickness.
Oh. No, it looks
You
like
know,
you're looking through a screen.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what the um, mosaic tiles looks like. So then when we go back to the instructions, add a background paper to the page, apply the same mosaic filter to the background. Okay, so we're going to add, let's see, I better say okay. And we'll go up here to content and we'll go to papers. And let's see, what would be, well, let's try this. So I'm going to add this to the page. And we're going to put it below the picture. And now we're going to add mosaic tiles 4 to this and see what happens to this. And we'll
Interesting.
leave it the same. What do you think?
Interesting.
Huh.
Ah,
Yeah, that looks like bathroom tile, doesn't it?
Yeah.
yes, it does.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, so that's those directions. So then it says add a line to create a border between the photo and the background. So in order to do that, we have to come to insert, come to line in the other section, come to line, and we're going to do a straight line or path. There's no sense in trying to do this stuff freehand, let me tell you. So we're going to do a straight line or path. And so we're going to come down here to that, and we're going to click on either side of the paper. And let's see if there's more instructions here. Set the stroke at 1/4 of an inch and a color that coordinates with the photo. All right, so now so this is 1/2 a point. So this is very skinny. And I've not quite figured out whether 8 points is the same as 1/28 or what exactly that is, but they said to do 1/4 of an inch, right? So we're
Yep.
going to do a line like that. And then what else does it say? Okay, so I guess black coordinates with my picture. And then we're going to add a heavy shadow to the smaller photo. Oh, wait, skipped a sentence. Add a second smaller photo. Create a photo mat the same color as the line. Okay, so we're going to create the photo mat. So we're going to go to we're going to FX custom. Oh, okay. Create. Create. Okay, so we're going to go to custom and we're going to, I don't want shadows yet. Okay, I'm going to add an effect. So I'm going to do a matte. You just check the instructions here. Second smallest creative photo mat, the same color as the line. Okay, so if I go back to my photos, so let's cancel this for now. We're going to go back to our photos and we're going to pick another photo to insert an empty frame. We're going to pick another photo to go in there. And we're going to make it a little bit bigger. We're going to tilt it a little bit. And we're going to add a mat to it now. So we've got format, custom effects, add the mask. What the heck? No, that's not what I want. Not a mask. Add an effect. We're going to do the bevel cut mat. And I'm going to change this color to the color of the line. And I think that looks pretty good.
Yeah.
What else does it say? Tilt the, okay, apply a heavy shadow to the, okay, so we're going to apply a heavy shadow to this. And you can do it either by coming here on the format ribbon. You can do the heavy shadow by clicking where it says heavy shadow. Okay. Okay, so that gives you a little bit of a shadow along the side and the bottom. Or you can come to custom and you can decide what angle. This is the heavy shadow. This is the light shadow side. So you decide where you want your shadow to be. Do you want it to go straight down? Do you want it to go to the side like that? Do you want it to go at an angle so that this side is a little bit shadowy and this side is shadowy? So you can decide. And that's the nice thing about this custom one is you can decide how much of a shadow you want. So if I keep clicking on expansion, it should be making my shadow spread out from the side. And then I can do depth a little bit. And that lifts it up off the, makes it look like it's lifted up off the paper a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I can change the density so it can be way dark, which maybe we don't want. And I can lessen it so that, but you can barely see up here at the corner where the shadow is a little down from the very top of the mat when you're doing that. So, oh, did it not take? Okay. Okay, so and you can see where the shadow is now a little bit better because it's farther away from the corner up here. And that's part of the depth. So if you're making a title or something, you can make it look 3D-ish by moving the shadow farther and making the picture look farther out than it is. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And if I change the depth down to something that's a little bit more reasonable, um, you have you can still see the shadow, and you can see that it helps to make it look like it's lifting off of the paper. Okay, so what's left to do? Add a title and journaling and embellishments. Okay. So I can insert an alpha set. Come on.
Lindsay, I gotta go.
It's time for
It's
dinner.
coming on dinner time.
All right. Well,
It's
maybe you'll
fun. I'm
get.
gonna send you my page
Oh
when
yeah,
I get it
yeah, I
done.
want to see it. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. All
See you
right.
later.
We'll
Bye.
see you
See
later.
ya.
Bye bye. So then, Dave, we can do these alpha sets, and you should have, when you get Artisan, you should have a bunch of our alpha sets already built into Artisan.
Okay.
Um, but I have a lot of them. And so, well, that's kind of cool. Let's try that one.
Yeah.
All right, so now I'm going to say that this is the fort in St. Augustine and create. All right. Ooh. All right, so now I'm going to, whoops, I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to
I gotta
go.
resize it.
Yes. I'm going to resize it so it's within my page. Oh, come on. All right. So I could leave it like that, and I could add a heavy um, shadow to it. But I think maybe I should maybe change the color somehow. What do you think?
I would
So
change the color myself so that it's more readable,
yes,
but that's just
yes.
me.
All right. So let's try. Oh, it didn't change the color. Okay. Wonder what's going on with my. Oh, wait. Oh, there it is. Okay. Well, that's not much better.
No.
This might not be a very good one to use with all of the tiles. So maybe that's not a good one to use. So
But at
let's
least
get,
it shows me how to do things.
what's that?
It shows me how to do it.
Yes, yes. So let's change that and maybe we'll go to a different alpha set. Let's maybe find something that is kind of solid. Okay, so now we're going to create. Okay.
That's much better.
And then I like to, when I squish things up, the second time I'd like to try to make it the aspect ratio work better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now you can kind of see that. Now if I add a custom shadow to it, so that's the same one that we did before.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the tricks that I have learned with these is when I get the first shadow done, I will say okay, and then I'll come up here to the arrange ribbon and I will flatten it. Because within the format ribbon with the shadows, you can't put two different shadows on at the same time. So in
Okay.
order to be able to put two different shadows on or to do two different things, you have to flatten in between. Because now this is a new item. So now I can go back to format and I can, well, let's try a glow and see what happens with that. I can change the glow color to, let's maybe try brown. Okay, so the glow goes all the way around. That makes it a little easier to read.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it does.
And if I can move it all the way up to 100% density, which isn't too bad. It looks pretty good. So we can do
It,
that. And now if I want to add another shadow to it, I have to come back up to the arrange ribbon, flatten it again, and then I can add another shadow to it.
so you
How does
basically
that look?
can keep playing with it until you find one you like.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And so the other thing that you can do to make it look 3D-ish is to add the custom with no depth and no softness, but some expansion, and then add maybe white. Nope, 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 nope. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. It's not what I want to do.
No.
So if I take this, if I copy Fort Augustine and copy it and paste it, and if I change the color of this to a different color, so if I come up here to the fill on the what they call the quick access toolbar, say that
Okay.
3 times fast. Quick access toolbar. And I come here to the fill and I make it white. And then I put it underneath. So I'm going to go center these things. So these little knobby things here, these positioning
Mm-hmm.
things,
Mm-hmm.
this one is, it aligns the elements to the left side of the image. This one is to the center. This one's to the right. This one's to the top. This one's to the vertical midpoint. This is to the bottom edge. And then this is so they're spaced horizontally. This is spaced vertically, and this is make them the same size. So there are other places that you can do this, but if you're wanting to put one behind the other, you usually go with the number 2, and then we go to the number 5, and then we move this down underneath. And I can go to this one and I can use my arrow keys and can you see the white
Yep.
at the top?
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of gives it the 3D effect when you're looking at it. Um, or you could go down. Oops. This is what I want. I can go down. I can go. And so now I have it looking from a different angle.
Yeah, you can definitely see it.
Yep. So, and then down here you can you can insert your text box and type in whatever it is you want to say about, okay?
Okay.
And you can make it whatever size you want. Well, that's not work. That doesn't, I don't know what I'm doing tonight. There we go. So
Much
you
better.
can, write your little story or whatever was going on for that.
Okay.
So does that help a little bit?
It helped a lot. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. So when you get to be a Pixels to Pages member, you'll
Mm-hmm.
have you'll have the bright ideas, you'll have the blueprints, and you'll have the videos. So the
Okay.
video is kind of what we, even though we had the written instructions with me talking it through, is kind
Mm-hmm.
of the way they do the videos.
Okay.
So they show you their blank page. They talk about what they're doing, how they're getting, how, what decisions they're kind of making with it,
All right. All
and
right.
that kind of thing. So, but it's a lot of putzing around.
Which we're used to.
Yeah. Well, you have to be getting used to it with Artisan because it's really the only way to learn the program is to play with it and putz around with it.
Right. Right.
So So what, so if that helps a little bit, do you want to do another one?
I think I'm good, Lindsay, actually.
Okay. I mean, do you have any questions?
Not at this time. I think I'm good. I know Beth and I talked about, when I get everything, she'll help me get everything set up and then I'll be on my way to go.
Yeah, yeah. So what, you're just sitting there watching me do it? You're not doing it on your own, right? Because you don't have
I'm
Artisan yet.
No, I was just watching you tonight and
Okay.
taking notes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
So I
that's what
know
I
we
did.
we kind of cover things a little quickly, I think, but
But I actually grasped it very well.
good, good. I
I'm a
think
quick
I think
learner.
it's I think it works well when you have everything together and you can do your own playing while I'm doing my playing.
Right, right.
So so yeah.
Yeah, and like that
So
time that we're away in July, I intend to work on that because I'm getting my family tree photos in place. So I'm getting that process done. So I'll be ready to upload stuff and put it all together.
yeah, that'll be so interesting to see that. I know I've told you guys that I've started a couple of books and things happened and I haven't been able to finish them, but I need to get back to that. But I started out with a couple of different books um,
Mm-hmm.
for my family, and um, and I think many of them I have started with a plain page and added things to it to tell the story. So
Right.
um,
Which is what I'm gonna do, Lindsay, and that's what I've done. Like I told Beth last Thursday when she had the extra time,
yep,
away,
yep,
I took one of the old creative memories pages that had the family tree on it,
yep.
and I shrunk it down to 8.5 by 11. So
Oh,
I made multiple copies of that. So I'm doing one for each family
yep.
so that you can see how people progress from here's where they started with this family, and then these people got married and had these kids and all of that. So,
Yep. Yep.
and then I'm pulling in photos that I've gotten from
Okay.
family members.
That's really cool. That's very cool.
Right,
So
because I
you've
think it
been,
will help the next generation see the visual
yes.
because since the first couple of generations are gone,
Yes.
they'll be able to see what their great grandparents looked like and their great great grandparents because I have photos of those people.
Yep. Yep. So
Yeah,
yeah,
so
I think now that I have more videos and audio tapes recorded
hmm
and digitized, it'll make some of what I have a little more interesting for the next generations,
right,
because then they'll actually see my grandparents and they can hear their voices and see what they looked like as people instead of just a picture.
right. And I
And
wish I had those. I don't
I
have
know,
those.
I know.
I
So
told Beth I'm going to use my voice to say, here's where I started, here's where I went,
yep.
here's where I'm going. Because even when we were together last Thursday, there were a couple new gals there that I've known for years. So I sat down with one of them. I showed her what I've done with my past, my future,
Okay.
and all that, and she was impressed.
Hmm.
And then I showed her my family tree, and she goes, "Oh my goodness, you've done a lot of work there."
Yeah.
And she's an only child, and I'm going, "Okay, it's going to be easier for you as an only child. For those of us who aren't only children."
Yeah. Yeah.
But like I told her, I'm not only doing my family, I'm including my in-laws' families.
Okay.
So it's amazing how much you can find using different websites.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
You just have to make sure you're pulling in the right information.
Yes. Hopefully it's the right information.
Right. So,
So who was there on Thursday?
um, Sharon was there, who I think you know.
Hmm.
Nancy was there.
Hmm.
Teresa was there. Sherry, I don't know Sherry's last name, unfortunately. And then Beth Irwin, who you probably don't know.
No, I don't think so.
There were 8 of us there on
Yeah.
Thursday. And then another gal was supposed to come in the afternoon, but I never saw her.
Okay.
Rita, I
Oh,
think
yeah,
she's,
she was. Yeah, she was supposed to be there.
yeah, she wasn't.
Hmm.
If she was very invisible.
Yes, I guess because I think she was supposed to fill a box or something on Thursday.
Yes, she was. She's supposed to come in the afternoon and she was supposed to fill a box with that to get digitized.
Yep. So,
So,
all right. Well, um, if you're okay with where we are right now, we can stop and um and
I
we
am,
can pick this up another next month. You're going to join us next month, right?
yes, I'll be in town the first 2 weeks. And then the friend getaway is the 15th through that Sunday.
Okay. Okay.
It's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and we have to be out of there on Sunday.
So, because next month is when I change over to the subscription plan.
Right. And I'm going to get my check in the mail to you.
That's great. I like that. I like that. So
Yes, you actually don't.
I don't know whether my husband has any checks sitting there for me or not, since I've been gone so long.
Right.
So,
No,
but
my check will be going in the mail more than likely this week to you.
hey, no problem. I'm not pushing or anything. You have
No,
time.
no,
So,
no, no.
but all right.
I
Well,
appreciate you taking all the time to do this stuff, just like